Hello everyone, Wonder Tina is back. I already spoiled a little my plans earlier. I bought watercolor paper and finally got my hands on an oval canvas, which I came across quite by accident. However, in this video, I want to focus on watercolor painting technique, which I can't do yet. I am curious what will come of it. I want to do it in the 3 steps. First, I will do the drawing, then the ink, and the last step will be the watercolors. I have tested the ink before and it doesn't wash out with water on paper, so this idea should work. The watercolors, I got them or bought them, I don't remember anymore. Many years ago. I was still in elementary school. I never knew how to use them. I didn't like the paper bending under the influence of water. However, I finally have watercolor paper. But one thing bothers me in these paints. I am a bit confused by the name. In German there is a name for aquarelle, for watercolor, but here it says something else. Never mind, they look like watercolors. Let's say they are watercolors. This watercolor set didn't have white, but instead the white color came in tube. It's strange that some watercolor sets don't have white. In the place where one watercolor was used up, I put a white one that I bought. It stays in the place perfectly. So I will start with the drawing, and even though I tried, the drawing didn't work out for some reason. I finally decided I do give it a rest for the evening and do it better tomorrow. The next day, however, I wondered why I was doing so poorly. So it's just that I am not used to drawing on a flat table. When I draw, I do it on my desk where I can adjust the tilt of the tabletop. I have a habit of slouching and I don't have much control over it. So I have to have an adjusted tabletop and a back support. This is the so-called works health and safety. I had a completely different idea, but I gave up. I figured I tried the same idea twice and it didn't work out. So I will do something else. I didn't want to record the drawing again, it's always messy anyway. So I did it leisurely on my leaning desk. I love when my illustrations tell a story. The stages of creating an illustration with a story in this case look like this. I want to draw a fairy, so I choose a pose for the fairy. Want her sit there with knees pulled up to her chest. Let her be sad. Oh, but why is she sad? I will give her an ankle bandage and she will have a little torn wing. However, who put this bandage on her? So let it be mouse friends who found her and bandaged her. The fairy seems a little embarrassed by this help. Maybe she did something wrong before the accident and now she won't tell. Why was she injured? Something must have happened during the flight. And so on. It's my way of doing it. Let me tell you, it's fun. I decided to make this video in 2 parts. In order for this channel to live and people watch it, you need to regularly add videos. I know how it works. I watch a lot of channel with a very niche topic. This guy was doing sloppy Castlevania speedrun streams. He added a lot and often videos, but When he got what he wanted, he deleted all the shitty stream videos I have watched and liked. Now he makes high quality content about Castlevania games. I have seen this trick on YouTube be done by others, but I don't know. Doing art is not the same. Art takes time and you can't just put out art every day and edit videos additionally. Okay, next time I will use watercolors. What do you think? Will it be a mess or something really cool? Well, let's start paint with watercolors. I choose brushes. I think those with soft bristles will be appropriate. Of course, I sprayed all the watercolors with water with a spray bottle because that's the fastest way. I already know a bit about colors. I use acrylic and oils. Watercolors will probably be a bit different in use, but how much different? Color mixing is a matter of trial and error for now. I need to catch up if it's worth diluting a lot of paint in the water or not. I am happy with the white paint I bought. It is very thick and dissolves very easily under the influence of water. You really don't need a lot of this paint because if you put it on a piece of paper, this layer of paint could cover too much. The effect is similar to using a Copic marker. I noticed this when I applied the skin color. It seems to me that to get such delicate colors as these is a better way to use watercolors. I used to have Copic markers, but they didn't grab me. I gave them all to someone because I didn't use them at all. As with watercolors, you need special paper for them. Not every is suitable. And there was a problem because these markers dry up after a while and become unusable. I even bought spiritus to resuscitate them, which was quite effective, the so-called Małpka bottle type. However, now all that's left of them is half a bottle of spiritus, and I always have to explain when someone is in guests finds the bottle, and I have to explain that I don't have a problem with alcohol. So look at it. These watercolors have been sitting in a closet for over 10 years and the unused copy markers have dried up after 2 years. The effect is very similar with watercolor and Copic markers, but I would be more for use watercolor now. I don't have to worry about them becoming useless. First, I painted the brown mouse, a thick layer, and then I realized that this is not the way to go. The fairy approach is a little better. I like these soft colors. It gives you the ability to layer later. I have plans for these fairy wings where I would like to get a transparent effect. I can see that it would be possible. These paints can really layer beautifully. It was a very nice experience. I am not 100% satisfied with the choice of colors and their tones. No wonder it's not so easy to choose tones with these paints. It's a matter of trying. The mixed colors look a little different before they are applied to the paper. It takes time and intuition. However, I see potential in this type of paints. I really like them and I will definitely come back to them. My goal was to make one video a week, but it turns out not to be possible for many reasons. After all, this is art. Often I can't get certain materials I am looking for. Sometimes art needs more time to finish it, and I don't want to speedrun art to make a video on time. That's nonsense. I always think of my work as something that someone might buy from me someday. I wish something like this is worth buying. YouTube can still be counted as my little hobby, not as purpose of my life. You understand? At some point, my paintings on canvas started to cause me a small problem, but not a particularly big one. They began to take up a lot of space in the apartment. However, I would think of something to solve this problem in some way. Not a matter of worry, really. By the way, I sold this big peacock and monkey painting for a price I expected. The place where I live immediately became less cramped. Although somehow it didn't bother me much because it was a very beautiful painting and it pleased me and the visitors. So watercolors have the advantage of not taking up much space. Also, choosing a frame would not be such a problem. For paintings on canvas, however, you have to think about the canvas and either find the right one or order it. To paint on special watercolor paper, it's definitely a better experience than on some normal paper like before. It was pure pleasure and the effects of the work are obtained very quickly. I will probably do that again soon. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed and on the next time. See ya.